is looking at your notes or your story. When you are reading, you do it this way. For example, I'm looking at my text, okay? Like this. Sir Isaac Newton, PRS, 25 December 1642, 20 March 1726. Then I have to look at you. Was an English mathematician, physicist, astronomer, theologian, and author. Then you have to pause a little. And besides, when you are telling a story, you have to have a wonderful face. So it's very exciting to tell them that this Isaac Newton is a person who's got lots of discovery, especially the gravity. See, if you have one why in your life, you will learn how to answer your question by doing something by yourself, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have anything in mind that can also be like another Newton?
No.
Isaac was also an astronomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the astronomer, studies about astrology and the universe, right?
Yes.
Yes. So is that one? Is that what you want to do as well?
Yes.
Very good. Now tell me, what do you know about the universe? Just a bit.
Um,
Like?
the formation of our solar system.
And when he saw that the apple fell down, and it triggered his curiosity, why? What did he do?
He discovered the gravity. Gravity is an invincible force
Okay.
which pulls objects
Mm-hmm.
toward the Earth and keep the planet moving around the sun.
Yeah, so it is an invisible force. We don't see that force. We feel it, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right, very bright, very bright. I loved how you understood your story, and I'm happy that before you tell stories, you'll study about it, so that if you will be asked questions, you'll be able to answer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now you mentioned about the formation of our solar system is what you know about the universe. Can you tell me a bit about it?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
its beginning is when the star lead,
Okay.
and they have a disk around the sun,
Yes.
and they have objects like asteroid,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh,
Yeah.
take,
Asteroids. What else?
take the form of a planet,
Yes.
and now is the eighth planet,
So what are those 8 planets? Do you remember?
Mercury,
Mercury.
Venus,
Mm-hmm.
Earth, Mars,
Okay.
Jupiter, Saturn,
Mm-hmm.
Uranus, and Neptune.
Very good. Let me ask you some questions about the solar system. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Why are the stars bright?
Um, because they have lots, because it's very big.
Okay. Thank you, and that is correct. And let me just add, all stars produce light, right? They produce
Yes.
light through nuclear reactions. For example, this is the star, and these are the
Yes.
nuclear reactions. When they move, they flash lights to the stars, which already have their own light. So when they you know, when the energy is stored in the tiny nucleus at the center of atoms, then they spark lights, especially at night, right?
Yes.
So that reaction make the stars so hot that it glows. So that's the answer. Why are the stars bright? I love that. So that's an enormous ball of fire giving out light and heat. Though we don't
Mm,
see the fire, right? Because it's very far from us. Correct?
yes, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not fire, but gas.
Yeah? So what is that so fire composed of? It is composed of?
The sun is not made with fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's made with um, very hot gas.
Very hot gas, yes. All right. So this is how does the sun make enough energy and light for all the stars we see? So this is still related to my questions about the stars, okay? Let's start.
How does the sun make enough energy and light for all the we see?
Stars.
Stars we see.
Okay.
Several of the young visitors to the Stowe Planetarium
Mm-hmm.
in Prince Frederick, Maryland,
Yeah.
have wondered how the sun makes enough energy and light for all the stars we see.
Okay.
This is a good question. After all, the sun is obviously the brightest light in the
Mm-hmm.
sky, but is it bright enough to really
Light up. To light up.
um
But it is bright enough to light up all the distant stars, right?
okay.
All right.
Well, the sun actually is a star and it really is pretty much an average one,
Mm-hmm.
just one of about 2000 billion stars
Okay.
in the Milky Way galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a special star for those of you live on Earth because you are so close to it that it appears extremely bright,
Mm-hmm.
and the other stars are so far away that they can only show up at night when the sky is so dark
Mm-hmm.
that we can see the faint light as it reaches us after crossing an
Okay.
unimaginable distance.
Imaginary. Okay. Distances. Can you say that? Distances.
Distances.
All right. Let's continue. If
If
you
if you and some friends were outside at
outside.
night
Mm-hmm.
with flashlight and were far away from each other, the light that will look the brightest to you will be your own because it's so close to you.
Okay.
Suppose you had your own flashing your eyes. It certainly would look extremely bright.
Mm-hmm.
If you represent the distance to the stars nearest to the sun, to the sun,
Yeah.
flashing would have to be about 15 miles from you or in another city.
Mm-hmm.
That distant flashlight would appear fine only because of its great distance.
Okay.
Now, when you think about it, perhaps it's amazing that you can see stars at all. They're so far away.
Far away. Okay. Next, please. If you were lucky enough.
If you were lucky enough to travel to other stars,
Mm-hmm.
it does provide the daylight how on Earth
Mm-hmm.
and the Moon and planets we see are illuminated by
Mm-hmm.
that same sunlight.
Yes.
All stars produce light and other kinds of energy through nuclear reaction, and using the energy stored
Mm-hmm.
in the tiny nucleus at the center of atoms.
Atoms. Okay. This
This
reaction.
this reaction makes the star too hot that it glows. It's
Mm-hmm.
like an enormous ball of fire giving out light and heat. Now, maybe you have noticed that the color of hot objects depends upon their temperature.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Heat-
Yes.
Heating elements in the stove in your kitchen may get had
Red hot. May get red
red
hot.
hot
Mm-hmm.
and flames that that
Hotter.
are hotter
Flames that
still
are hotter.
may be yellow or
Okay.
even white hot.
Mm-hmm.
Stars are the same way. If you views of the stars look carefully and you see that they are different colors in like an assortment
Mm-hmm.
of the universe's treasures displayed proudly in the elegant blackness
Mm-hmm.
of space.
Okay. Let us stop there. Thank you for reading. Now let us go ahead and pronounce some words that you mispronounced. All right? Let me go ahead and send this to your message box. You have to read it from there. I will say it first, then follow me, okay? Several.
Several
Are you looking at your chat box now? Okay. Planetarium.
planetarium,
Frederick.
Frederick,
Obviously.
obviously,
Yes. You said earlier obviously, right? It should be obviously. All right, next, light.
light,
Next, you said 2000 billion. It's just 200 billion.
200 billion,
200
200 billion,
billion. All right. Galaxy.
galaxy,
Okay, next word is extremely.
extremely.